Hi, this is Milton Kane, the Christian Democratic Party candidate for the federal seat of Newcastle. I've been watching the news a bit of late, and I notice that there's a bit of a news story talking about how Netherlands and Belgium are rushing together to try and find who's going to be in the lead to be able to say okay to euthanize disabled children. That to me is offensive. That to me is not on. One of the things is that we are finding there are moves afoot in this country to try and legalize euthanasia. It has been said by many that once you get to the beginning of euthanizing someone, then you don't know where it's going to go. This is very often the big problem that we have in life. We need to learn where and when we can go. We need to learn how much we should, in fact, be involved in. We need to know exactly where we're going. See, the euthanasia debate is all about voluntary euthanasia. Well, that's what it is today. But what will it be next time once we get through the approval of voluntary euthanasia? Remember, health costs are soaring. And people who have these accidents all over the place and they're put on life support, they are costing us a lot of money. If you are not a very valuable person to the community, you may be valued. It's going to cost X number of dollars to keep you alive on the off chance that you will recover, but it will only cost this much to euthanize you. How confident will you be when you're going into a dicey procedure? When the doctor says there are some risks involved, and yet you know this same doctor who has taken a Hippocratic oath to preserve your life has also the capacity under legislation to remove your life. Bit of a worry, isn't it? And the bottom line of hospitals is of a major concern. You see, I'm unashamedly, fully supporting the sanctity of life. I don't believe it's my decision to terminate your life. I don't believe it's my decision to even terminate my own life. You see, I don't own my life, not in my view. That's something that I received. My body received life. And the person who gave me this life, I believe to be God. And I believe that He has a right to expect that I will look after my life. And that's what I try and do. But somebody will say to me, yes, but this person is suffering and they shouldn't be suffering. No, they shouldn't. We have a palliative care program that ought to be second to none, that ought to be able to deliver relief from pain and suffering. Because if it can't, we need to address it and make sure it does. And the person who is disabled, what right have you got to determine that their life is useless and not worthwhile? As a wheelchair taxi driver, I meet a lot of people who have various levels of disabilities. Some of those disabilities came when they were born. Some of those disabilities developed as they were attacked by an illness. Some of those disabilities are a result of trauma caused by an accident of some description. Some of those disabilities are simply caused by the body wearing out. We call that old age. But each one of these people, they have a right to live. They have a right to die when God chooses. Not when some person in a back room somewhere makes a decision. No, not like that. You see, life is precious. And that's important. And we need to make sure that the life that we live is important. We should not give to the doctors who have been sworn to care for us during times of surgery and other things when we no longer can make a comment. They ought not to have the power to terminate our life. We at the Christian Democratic Party fully support your life, fully support your life as long as you have it, to be lived to the fullest that you can. We want to see life. We want to be a government of life, not a government of death. If you want life, you'll need to vote for the Christian Democratic Party. Thank you. Good night.